I live a weird life right now. Yeah, my life is kind of weird. I did not see this coming at 45. I'll just say that.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Running on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and beyond. And welcome back to your favorite local running community. And today we're taking it a little bit outside of the Cape, but still keeping it nice and fresh and funky, and I would say a pretty good local vibe. We have John Caprese here with us today.
Yeah, that's it. How's it going? It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Woo!
Yeah,
Yeah, round of
that's
applause.
right.
Very exciting. Yeah, so John, I'm very excited to meet you. So for everyone who knows of John, welcome, and everyone who doesn't, welcome. John and I met over Instagram. Instantly was like really feeling the vibes of what you're putting out. And I am looking to highlight people who are like doing different things, doing different cool things in the running community. And I feel like you really fit that vibe. And I'm excited to chat with you and give people an overview as like what kind of things you're up to, you know?
Yeah, I'm a little bit different. I was telling you earlier, I didn't think I'd be here at 45. I thought I'd be doing like
Yeah.
more adult type stuff, but no, I'm a caregiver. I help out this really cool guy. His name's
Hmm.
Donald. He's got cerebral palsy, but that doesn't stop him. He goes on all kinds of crazy adventures and he loves living life and I feed off
Yeah.
that energy. And I feel like, I've done a lot of jobs throughout my life and they haven't been fun. I'm just gonna be honest, being a caregiver has been a lot better, but it's a challenge also because, the pay isn't what other jobs are and, benefits and stuff like that. But I feel like you're more than rewarded, working with somebody awesome like Donald and just feeding off that energy. Yeah, I love being a caregiver.
Yeah. Let's start off with any running history that you have. So where does the John running origin story begin?
I mean, I like a lot of people. I was running from demons. I had a really kind of at the time messy divorce, and my former spouse and I just we didn't really get along at all, and it was dark. So to
Yeah.
escape that, I just told myself I want to run a marathon. I had been wanting to for a while, so I was like, I'm gonna use this opportunity, and
Yeah.
then I just got hooked and started running ultras, and then just anything to feel good again. I
Yeah,
just
get
kept on
that
doing
feeling in
ultras.
your soul.
Yeah, just yeah, I started like looking up like researching the hardest races in the world. Like what could I do? Like, oh, Barkley Fall Classic, let's do that.
Why not, you know?
Yeah, so I think once I started doing those races though, I really started connecting to the people at the races. I was like, this is a weird
Hmm.
mix of people and I fit right in.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
fit
That's
in. Yeah, I've never really fit in many places in my life. I'm always like the black sheep in the room. I feel like I don't, belong anywhere until
hmm.
I met the ultra community and not just like ultras, but like really messed up ultras, like stuff that you're like, why am I doing this type of stuff? Just like
Yeah.
the bond you connect with people doing those horrible things, like climbing up some crazy mountain like filled with briars, using the briars to climb up it, bleeding everywhere. Yeah, I mean, like you bond with people over that. It's fun. You become like sisters and brothers and stuff, and yeah, you're friends for life. It's great. It's like it's almost like how can I relate to like kindergarten or
Dramatic
something like
bonding.
it's like you feel like a kid. You're just running around like I'm an adult, but I'm doing kid stuff right now. This is cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a really big energy that I found in the ultra community since I did my first ultra, and also that sense of I just signed up for 50 miler the other day because I was like, I need that fear of God in my soul.
Well,
Like I got to the end of the 50K that I ran, and I was like, that wasn't enough. I need more
I
pressure
need
on
more.
me.
I'm broken. I need more. But aren't you injured though? Let's have
Yep,
this
yeah.
discussion.
Oh yeah, I had a tattoo done that like went awry and I got cellulitis and so it kind of
Oh,
like it fucked up a lot of the stuff on that hip because it's on my leg. So right
uh,
now I'm still dealing with some like hip and like groin pain and
so
stuff.
I
So
got the hip problem too. I got mine from just overuse, like most people do. But the hip sucks. Like once you get it hurt, it
yeah.
takes forever to heal. Mine's
Yeah.
been lingering since March, but
Yeah.
somehow I did a 50K also. It wasn't a really respectable time, but whatever. I finished it.
You
And then
finished?
yeah, and then I did a 50 miler like I think a month ago, but I did like a fat ass race, just like an
Mm,
underground race
yeah.
last weekend. It was bad, bad, bad. Like
like the race itself was just not well organized, or you like
No,
your
no,
personal
me. No, no, the race,
experience?
the race, it was just like a badass event. Like, people show up and bring a food item and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So like, you don't
which
expect
honestly
anything.
can some be some of the best races because
Oh,
they're just
the
so
by
fun.
far the best, but yeah, I don't expect
Yeah,
anything from those anyway. But they always end up being better than the ones I pay for. But anyway, like,
yeah,
it
agreed.
was it was on me. Like, I just went out there and like, when you're going through injuries, and that's one thing. Like, I try not to be hard on myself. Like, if I go out to like something like that and nothing just goes right, like I was trying to keep up with friends, like talking because some of them I hadn't seen for a while, and I just
Yeah.
can't keep up with them. That's the fucking worst. Like, if you can't
Oh,
like.
it's terrible.
Yeah, if you can't keep up with your friends and you're just like, I can't even basically run right now. Like I'm just like kind of like I don't know what it is I'm even doing.
Like
So like
walk jogging almost, like
yeah,
a nice little like jaunt.
I cut it off after 10. Like luckily the way this course is
Yeah.
set up, you do like a 10-mile loop and then you go out and do some like the rest of the marathon.
Oh,
But yeah, after the 10, like you just know by that point, like if you're just like if it's just trying to basically run, you should cut it. I mean, I'm not gonna be that dude that's like, oh, I finished the race on like a broken leg or whatever. No, I'm
it's
not
not
doing
worth
that.
it.
Yeah,
Especially a
because
fat ass, that's not worth it.
yeah, and like, but but that's something that kind of gets to me too. Like I would never sign up for like a fast race and just expect to like not finish. Like, I don't like people that
Hmm.
do that. And I think for the
Same.
most part, if you're gonna do it, you should. But like, but absolutely, if you're not feeling right, I mean, like even on like a race I pay for, if I'm not feeling right, I'm gonna stop. And if you look at my
Hmm.
DNFs, you can tell I have. But yeah, like I'm not gonna chance it, especially when I have like a 100 miler coming up and other stuff.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I'm fully right. So yeah, I've tried to be smarter about that stuff, but I still get hurt. I mean, I'm 45 and I still push it a lot, so I get hurt a lot.
I feel like ultra runners are kind of in that zone of like we like to push ourselves to like literally the very tippity top at the edge of the breaking point where like if you just like a little bit like we would go
Yeah.
right over the edge and like it would be like absolutely horrendous and just like absolutely devastating. But
Yeah.
we like to ride the rim of the canyon like real close.
I feel
Really,
like
really, really
that's
close.
I feel like over the years though, that's when I felt the best. Like if I'm
Same.
everyone's like it's yeah, everyone's always like it's better to be undertrained than overtrained. But I mean like I hate to say it, but I disagree. Like I was right on that cusp, I feel the best, but
Mhm.
yeah, I pushed it too hard this year because start of the year I had pneumonia and all this stuff. I had a lot of
Oh
mental health
God.
issues. Yeah, I mean like just name it, that was probably happening. And I fought
Yeah.
I probably should have gotten injured last year. I was like way on that cusp. I was probably like over it. I mean, I was injured at times last year, but I just kept pushing through
Hmm.
and doing races. Yeah, I got sick. It just had some bad stuff. A friend of mine passed away and like
Oh,
breakup, just name it. Everything.
every
It just
you
rained shit
name it,
on
it's
me.
there.
Yeah, it was bad. So like, yeah, I think a lot of it's just that also. So I'm hoping that, once like I can find some mental clarity, the body will start to heal itself also. We'll see though. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think a big test will be doing Burning River in another month. And that's,
What's the distance on that one?
it's 100, but
Okay.
the
I
reason why I
like how
picked
casually you say it too.
well,
That's how you know you're an ultra runner too, is you're like, yeah, it's only 50 miles. It's only 100
well,
miles.
yeah,
You're like,
but
it's casual.
the cool thing with Burning River is that there's a lot of people on the course. Like you really don't even need a pacer. Well,
Hmm.
well actually I'm gonna plug it later for somebody to pace me in Ohio, so that's
Okay.
coming. But if you can't get a pacer, it's not that bad because there's a lot of people on the course. It's like it's not super technical. There's some road gravel. If anything, the heat's the hardest part because it's in July and
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's rough. But also it's a Western States qualifier. Not like I'll ever get in, but
Mm.
that could
You
be an
good.
option one day.
You good.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
discount yourself.
no, knowing my luck, like I'll just be like wrecked at the end of the year, and I will get I will get in.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. I remember when I got into Tokyo, I got in via the lottery, and they give you like f a 4 month lead in. And I was like coming off, I had a colon resection, so I was coming off a colon resection, was like getting ready to run the New York City Marathon, which I like at that point was like, I think I got it, but like I just went through a major body thing, and I ended up
Yeah.
like walking my first like long runs of the training block, like straight up walking them because I was just doing that. And then I got that and I was like, well, I'm a broken human and I guess I'm going to Tokyo.
Yeah, I
See you in four
mean,
months, friends.
yeah, it's tough. Yeah, and that's the craziest thing too. Like this year, I mean, like I know that your overall like number for miles where you're at, that's an arbitrary number. It doesn't matter at
Hmm.
all. But like I'm so used to having like that many more miles ahead of what I am right now. And like I just
Yeah,
like it worries me because like I don't like going into a race with like, not being able to run for like a lot of the time leading up to it.
same.
That's
Yeah.
rough. Like what's gonna happen out there? I feel like it's like playing Russian roulette or something. Like you have no
Uh,
idea what's gonna happen. But I feel like even like if so, this is my third time doing Burning River. So even if something goes really bad, I think I can finish. But yeah, the 50 miler I just did was kind of the same thing. I struggled on it, but I finished, but it wasn't pretty. I finished with like I think a couple minutes to spare.
On the
And
on the
yeah,
cutoff time.
yeah, it was crazy. But I finished it, and I feel like I can probably do something similar. But that's a lot of stress too on your body and your mind. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm gonna miss these cutoffs. Like, you just like,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't like doing that. I never like doing that. I always like having the buffer. But if you're hurt, I
Same.
mean, it's
You
just
got to do what you got to do.
yeah, you just got to finish somehow.
Yeah. I like all the things that you're talking about, like how like running is so mental and all these things, just because I feel like when once you cross over into like the long distance running realm, I'm gonna say like a half marathon and further, like you really start to realize like how mental it is. And then once you pass like past the marathon, you realize like, oh, this is like 90% mental. Like
Yeah.
my body will hang in there as long as I think it will. Like it might crash out. That's like that 10%, which doesn't happen that often if you're training properly. But like you can mentally crash out very easily.
Oh
It's
yeah.
super easy to mentally crash out.
But I think what messed me up is like it's the 50th year anniversary for the Marine Corps Marathon. I was gonna try to
Oh, that's
BQ on
fun.
yeah, I wanted to try to BQ on it, and I mean I've gotten close to BQing in the past, but whenever I do it,
Yeah.
I run like a higher injury risk. So like I that's another thing too. I probably should just stick to
Yeah.
ultras and go slower pace and not worry about where I play as long as I finish. I think that's a healthier mindset for me. It's not very, I'm not like a
Yeah.
type A dude. I just like having fun out there. If I like,
Same.
I would much rather let somebody that's having a annoying conversation pass me and just like hook up with some funny people, like and like run with
Mm.
them. Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
so if somebody's talking about like stocks and bonds and shit, I'm just like, hey man, my leg's hurting. Can you pass? Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. Someone else
See
comes
you
up
later.
behind you.
That was
Someone else comes,
fun.
someone else comes up behind you to talk about like a random TV show you've never seen, but it sounds hilarious. And they're like
Yeah,
just like they have like a great laugh, and you're like, yep, this is for me.
yeah. I
This
would so
person I'd
much
like to
more.
talk to.
Yeah, I would so much more hear that other than yeah, I don't want to hear like some like douchey stuff. I'm good with it.
No.
I'm fine. I'd rather listen to the weirdos out there.
Yeah, yeah. And I'll give you my hot take too, John. I've run Boston twice and I've hated it both times. And I think it's overrated. And I think it's just like if you want to put it on your list, go for it. But I think that it's my least favorite marathon I've ever
Well,
run.
for me, I think it's fool's gold. I think like that's one of the races I wanted to do when I started. But then when I found out
Yeah.
ultras, I was like, like
They're
for
so
me,
much more fun.
yeah, I don't need to do all that stuff. Like my body doesn't
Yeah.
need to go that fast. I mean, it's fun. I do like running fast at times, but I'm not super competitive. And like every time I get caught up in that stuff, I'm be honest with you, it never ends well. So like,
No.
for some people. They like to, compete with others and that type A mentality, awesome. But for me,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that guy. I'd rather, again, talk about weird stuff on the trail and eat food and just have a better time.
Yeah, I definitely am in that vibe. And I found a really nice sweet spot with the ultra running community too. Is that just I'm just like a weirdo who likes to talk to people, and my
Yeah.
general vibe is like, why can't we all be friends? And so it kind of fits in pretty well with
Yeah.
everyone else who shows up and is like, we're all friends. And I'm like, great, that sounds nice to me.
Yeah.
Um,
If they start talking about like zone heart rates and stuff, I'm like, you need to
no,
go ahead of me, man. You got this, man.
I
Yeah. Have a good race.
the only time I check my heart rate is when I'm like active, like something I can feel in my body is wrong. And I'm like, oh no. Because I know like normally I'm like 170 to 180, give or take, when I'm running, and like 50 to like 80 when I'm like sitting, standing, whatever. So if I'm like outside of that range, I know like, ah, yes, Juliana, your body is physically shutting down. It is time to stop.
Take a nap.
Uh,
Relax. Go
yeah.
chill out.
Yeah. Just lie on that rock, lie on the ground, do something, just get your feet up. But yeah, other than that, it's just, yeah, I don't look at heart rate data at all, at
Yeah.
all.
I've taken dirt
Um,
naps before. I've hugged trees. There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay.
Mhm. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Now, I'd love to talk about your job, shall we call it? Would you say it's your job
Yeah.
as the caregiver?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that because it sounds like it's something that's really influenced you, like in your running, in a really positive way.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to hear about your friend that you're helping
So
give care to.
I actually met him at a race. He was doing a half marathon, and like I saw him and his dad. He was about to push him. I was like, I had no idea what was going on. I was like,
Uh-huh.
that's the thing. Like, so like, but when they took off, I was like just shocked. They were awesome. Like they
Yeah.
crushed the race, and then I got hooked. On basically like on them because they're a really
Uh-huh.
awesome family. They do a bunch of adventures, but then the organization that they pushed through Ainsley's Angels. So I started doing something similar to Michael and Donald. I started pushing a lot of friends, in that group on all types of races. We almost got in an ultra, but COVID messed that one up. Hopefully that
Oh
happens at some point.
no.
Yeah, hopefully that happens at some point. But yeah, that Donald gives me a lot of inspiration because everything he faces, like things I'll never be able to comprehend, of course. But just seeing how he deals with life and just loves it, it makes me happy and makes me want to strive because you know I. I've got nothing to complain about. I might have some bad days, but like, I'm able to fully utilize my body and I should be able to do what I want to do in life.
Yeah. Now, so Donald has cerebral palsy, is that
Yes.
correct?
Hmm.
Okay. And does he have his own chair or do you have a chair that's like just for the two of you? Or like
No, he's
is
got
the chair different if it's a different person pushing him? Is it,
no, oh, so yeah, okay. So he's got like a power chair for day-to-day use, but his dad and
yeah.
him, so I don't push down on races. He would never let
Oh,
me. I'm
okay.
not, I'm not fast enough for Donald. His dad's very fast. So yeah, he pushes him. He would never let me do that. Yeah, I'm for hanging out with Donald. We go on adventures and have fun. Like we go see cops and stuff like that. But when it comes to race day,
Cool.
I and that's another thing too. So when I was training, that's probably why I got hurt. Partially why I got hurt. I was going to try to race them, and like
Oh no.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was looking really strong, not as strong as Michael O'Donnell's dad, but I was looking pretty good, but yeah, I got hurt, so
Oh
can't
no.
next year. But even then, like I said, I probably shouldn't focus on the road races like that. If I do that, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
able to do the ultras, and I think they bring me more joy. So
Yeah.
gotta
Now,
stay. I gotta lay off the competitions like that, messing around.
yeah. So how many years have you been? So it sounds like you're pushing some people, correct?
Mhm. Yeah,
And
basically
then
anyone that needs a good day, that's why I tell my Angels Angels. I'm like, hey, if
yeah.
somebody needs a fun time, I'm the guy. So like they'll link me up with somebody that needs a fun time, and like I go crazy out there. I'm kind of a wild man, and that's one thing I
I
love
would never
pushing.
guess.
Yeah, I'm like screaming at people. Like if I know
Yeah.
somebody, I like yeah, I go insane out there, and they like it, and like I try to rile up the crowd around like to cheer on
Hmm.
our team, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's something about putting helping somebody else out into feel the race experience that you love. You can transfer
Hmm.
that to somebody else and let them feel what gives you all that joy.
I think that's really awesome and important and something that everyone can really take home too. Like you don't have to be pushing someone in an adaptive chair to like transfer joy to them. Like you can just turn to someone. I mean, one of my favorite things to do when I'm running is give a power up, which means I do a fist bump with people as I'm passing. I do the fist bump instead of the high five because usually people's hands are like this and they can go
Yeah,
like that. It
and
just makes
there's
it
sweat,
easier.
there's blood. Who knows?
Yeah, well, in
Fecal
ultras it's
matter.
probably
Who knows?
blood. Yeah, it's probably vomit somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just it's a state of being, It's a state of existence. It
Well,
was funny.
I
It
was
was
gonna say
funny
I'm
with
I'm,
the
I'm glad you
ultras.
mentioned that because I would so much rather somebody do that than just say on your left to me. I think that's the most annoying thing in the world. Like I'm just like, what? Okay, man, cool, that's awesome. Yeah, all right, nice to meet you, man. Awesome, cool, bye.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Hi, whatever.
yeah.
I was gonna say it's funny when was like talking to my friend who don't run ultras, like about running ultras, and they were like, "What are you gonna do about going to the bathroom?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna take a shit in the woods." Like, what
Yeah.
do you think all these other people are like, I don't know what people who run ultras do. I'm like, they go in the woods because like you think you're out there running for like 10, 15, 20, 48 hours, 30, like the 6 hours. Like what do you think is happening? They
Yeah.
were just taking poops in the woods. It's a
So
nice time.
the only time
Free.
I'm gonna be honest, I've done a lot of races, but the only time I've ever done that are on like the real like long fat ass races. Like there's a
Mm,
race here at the Ring, no bathrooms out in the Massanuttons really. So yeah, or like Wild Oak Trail. The only
yeah.
time no, there's no there's actually no bathrooms at all at the Wild Oak Trail. So yeah, you're basically you yeah at some point you will have to do that. So just be ready for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean like it's funny that most races like. Yeah, as rugged as they say there's usually like at least
Porta
ones you pay
potties.
for. Yeah, there's porta johns and stuff like that. But yeah, those just kind of like secluded fat ass races, those are the ones that yeah, I'm gonna have to do
Need some
this at
wood
some point.
chips.
So yeah, it better be ready.
Yep, you got to be ready sometimes. You got to be ready for everything.
Yeah.
But so back to what you were saying before. I love the work that you're doing with the adaptive athletes. I think that's something that is really just like inspiring in a lot of ways because it's allowing these people to like be able to experience a lot of the things too. And just the way that you're doing it, you're really engaging with the athlete and engaging. with like the fact that they are here and they are a big part of what's happening and making the whole show about them, which I think is really important because anytime you're like either pacing someone or working with someone or pushing someone or being an adaptive aid or guide in any capacity, like I feel like this is me, just me personally. Most of your job is to be a guide, but also a hype man.
Yeah.
Like you should be hyping these people up.
Your Flavor Flav. That's all you. That's
Yeah,
all you is. That's
yeah,
all you are. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I try to do. Just like and also get the crowd around. Like just because
yeah,
like me, like how I thought about like Michael and Donald, I didn't know what was going on. So like that was the first time I saw anything like Ainsley's Angels or anything. So like
yeah,
you're almost like an ambassador to help like get people around like wondering like what's he doing? I want to be a part.
yeah.
I want to be a part of that. So yeah, I mean I think it all works out. It's a great relationship with the community and the running community, adaptive community, and everybody together. It's great. It's a great marriage.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite race that you've run like with an adaptive athlete?
Oh, Marine Corps Marathon. I mean, like honestly, like
Uh-huh.
that's like if you're in like the DMV area, Marine Corps Marathon, like as far as road races go, that's
Yeah.
I can't like I can't think of one. Like Cherry Blossom 10 Mile is another one.
Hmm.
You know, I wish there was a way I could like run JFK like that, but like the AT
Yeah.
would be pretty hard to do that. Like yeah, that might be dangerous, but yeah, I mean all the
A little
local
bit.
like yeah, all the famous like local races, I think that just like yeah, it's just a great experience, like and it makes me sad though like JFK is like such an old race here. And I think the oldest in like the country or something like that, or it's up there with like
Yeah.
Western states, or I don't know the dates or anything, but it's
Yeah.
like Boy Scouts came up with it. They made their own
Boy
peanut butter and
Scout
jelly
approved.
sandwiches. Yeah. So
Uh,
like I wish I hope that like technology like gets better for adaptive athletes in the future to experience like great races like that also. There's so much more, I want everybody to see.
yeah. Yeah, get those fancy chairs. It is nice though, I will say recently as of the last like 2 or 3 years, the coverage that has come out of a lot of ultra marathon races, like we just had the Western States 100 and
Wild.
like they have drone footage of like literally everyone now. Like if you are on the course, you are being followed by a drone at some point in
It's
time
it's
and
like a
it's
real
great.
sport, we have uniforms
Yeah,
and
it's great.
yeah, it's I was shocked like when I saw that. I was like, "Oh my gosh. I hope I get in there one day. Let me in."
Yeah, yeah. I mean, eventually I'd like to run like one of those bigger races just to get the experience. But yeah, it's nice to be able to see trail running and ultra running being broadcasted, so that way it is easily accessible to anyone, just like basketball or like football or like anything like that is to watch it back and like be actually treated like a real sport because it is. And it's I mean I feel like you need a little bit more athletic ability to run a 100-mile ultra on the trails than you do to play a baseball game. But this is just me saying it. Um,
Yeah, I mean it's weird though too. Like so, like I do a lot of fat ass races, and I
mhm,
do feel from the community also like they want to. There's a push to the community to keep it weird and keep it like
yeah,
keep it local and stuff like that. And like I know there a lot of people in the community don't like how expensive like racing is getting and stuff like that. Also, like there's
yeah,
bigger races, but I'm like this. I want to do Western States. I want to do like Badwater. Like I
hmm,
don't care how much they are. Those are iconic races I want to do. But I still want to do like, the local ones also, like the
yeah,
underground ones. So I mean, I think that, all these races can coexist together. And I mean, if you don't
yeah.
like the big ones, you don't
You don't
have to
have to
watch that
go.
stuff. Yeah, just do your fat asses and stuff like that. There's so many races.
Yeah,
There's something for everybody in this sport. That's what I like about it. I mean, if you want to, push yourself and try to, win a race or whatever, you know, there's ones that are more suited to that, and then there's other ones that are just kind of more towards chilling, So it's
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
cool community. It's cool. We have a cool amount of races to do that that can fit everybody.
Yeah, and I definitely think that, like you said, there's a place for all the races on the roster, and there definitely is a place for the publicity side of things and bringing it to the forefront. But there's definitely also a place for like the small race that has like 10 people,
Yeah.
where everyone just like brings a potluck item and has a nice time running laps in the woods.
Well, it's so funny too because like I'm not gonna blow this race up. I mentioned a couple podcasts, and I don't know if
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they get mad at me or like whatever. Like, don't blow us up, John. But like,
Uh-huh.
there's this race I do every year. Basically, you go up and down a gravel like mountain, a gravel road on a mountain. Basically, there's a dump on the course, like an actual like processing plant on the course.
Okay.
There's no views anywhere. It starts at noon in August.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like broken glass and poison ivy to lay down on in the
That sounds
grass if you
really
get tired.
appealing.
But
Yeah.
it sells out like in like minutes. So like it's so funny that like yeah, that's the community that we're in. Like people are like, oh, I like that suffering. Let's do it. I mean, like
Yeah.
people want
Uh-huh.
to yeah, people just look for crazy stuff to push themselves. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. So I've mentioned this on the podcast already, but my running friend Ben, who's been on the podcast before, has done Jigger Johnson twice, which is the ultra that's up in he was trying to win it this year, but then
Oh,
he's like realized that his like fitness wasn't quite like in winning capacity.
no,
And he
nobody's
also
is.
yeah, I mean I haven't seen this course, but it's like
What
it is touted as the hardest ultra marathon on the East Coast. And honestly, looking at
what's
the profile, it looks like it.
the course record to that one? It's something crazy like 40 hours, right? I think
Well, for
it's
the 50 miler, it's like 19-ish hours, give or
yeah.
take.
So I wanted to do that race. I know about it just from like reputation. Like I've never hiked it or anything, but a lot of like AT people, like or not AT people, but like
Yeah,
a lot of like through hikers and stuff have told me it's
it's
insane.
wild.
And if you have bad weather up there, you just have to like find
Hmm.
shelter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'd like to do that one. The problem for me though, I'm a single dad.
Yeah.
And like my
Gee.
daughter's doing her own sports now. She's 11. So this is kind of a tough thing for me too, that like for those like, more expensive West Coast races, even going that far up north from Virginia,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I miss out some
It's
time
a
with my
lot.
daughter. It's tough. Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
travel. And yeah, that's where I run into the problem with like some of these really cool races like Jacob Johnson. I
Yeah.
really want to do that race though. I mean, like every year since I found out about it, I was like, I've got to do that. But I can't like sometimes like there's that one race that you just can't make it work. You want to, but
Yeah.
you just can't do it.
Yeah. We'll hook you up with Ben anyway, so that way you can get some like real time stuff because he signed up. So he signed up for the 100 miler because he decided that he wasn't in shape for the 50 miler and that the 40-minute bus ride to the start to the 50 miler was too much. So the extra 50 miles was the way to go. And I said, that's run a math at its
Ultra
peak right there.
ultra logic. Yeah, ultra math.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But we are running out of time, John, so we'll wrap this bad boy up a little bit. Did you have any like last minute sentiments or like thoughts or like things you wanted to convey to people just
Anybody in
in
Ohio,
general?
crew me on Burning River 100 at night because I'll by then I'll want to quit and I'll be like, I'll have heat stroke,
Hmm.
probably some GI issues. I'll
Yep.
probably want to quit. So just, yeah, it sounds like a lovely time. Come and crew me, come and
Yeah,
pace me.
yeah,
Let John get this done so he can get to Western States Call and not get in. Come on, people, Ohio, people of
yep.
Ohio, come out. Send me Breezy Trailhead.
Step it up.
Send me a DM and let's get that going.
Yeah, we'll put your social information in the description down
Please
below.
do. I need help. Burning River 100. Help John.
Okay, John. So to wrap it up, we'll do my little segment that I like to do at the end of all my episodes where I have a guest called What Shoe Do You Choose to Use?
Oh boy.
And so you can give me either like one shoe that lives rent free in your brain or your favorite shoe ever. You can give me a couple of shoes if you want. Like you can just rattle off shoes, but
Okay.
what shoe is like at the top of your brain right now? Like when I said that, what shoe automatically like to the top for
So
you?
I think there's a lot of people that are the same way. My favorite shoe ever is the Evo Speed Goat. There'll never be a better shoe. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's the apex mountain for
Uh-huh.
shoes. Yeah, for trail shoes. It'll never get any better. Don't even try. Just stop making shoes. Just make
The
the Evo Speed Goat.
the Evo Speaker. What's the difference between the Evo Speaker and the regular Speaker?
You
Because
want
I
me to
have
tell
the
you what
Speedo
you want me to tell you what
5.
the difference is? Greatness. That's what it is. It's the
Greatness.
best shoe ever. It's the best shoe ever made. It's just amazing. With the last one I destroyed. Yeah, I was sad. I tried to run on it as long as I could, and it's just like a road. It's basically a road shoe now. It
The
was
lugs are
light,
just
comfortable.
gone.
Yeah, it was light, comfortable. It felt good. Like I just it was just a wonderful shoe. I loved it.
I gotta see what this bet. Oh, so this is like the original Speed Goat. So
No,
this
I
is
mean I want to say like I think they stopped making them like 3 years ago or something. Yeah, maybe 3 years. But yeah,
okay.
I think I want to say I had like three pairs of them. Like I kept buying them until like I couldn't get them
Uh-huh.
anymore. Like once I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I buy anything else before this? And then they went just like that, went away.
It says 2019 was the last year that they made this shoe.
Was it?
That's
No,
what
that
I
makes
got.
sense. What is it?
Because they're
Yeah,
on the Speed Goat 7 right now, I think, from Hoka. I
yeah,
have the 5.
you know what's funny? I was still I was still wearing the Evo Speed Goat in when was that? I wore it on a race in 2021. Like I was still
Oh
wearing I
gosh.
was still wearing it. That I love that shoe. It's so good.
I mean, trail runners are also notorious for like finding a shoe that they're like, "Yep, this is my shoe," and then you look at the shoe and it's like literally like on the brink of being disintegrated, and you're
Yeah.
like, they're like, "It's fine." I'm
Well,
like, "It's really not."
I,
Like,
I
it's
wore I wore that at the Barkley course. It was covered in like poison ivy and stuff. I still wore on other stuff
uh-huh,
after. Like I didn't care. Like it was like ripping everywhere.
uh-huh,
Yeah, I my last pair of them, man. I you got me like that's like an ex that got away or something. You're just like, oh,
uh-huh.
yeah, that's memories right there.
You got to
Yeah.
go on like Mercari or Poshmark or like eBay and buy some of those good used versions,
I
like
don't
pairs of it, so
I
you
don't
can
know if you
have another
can.
pair.
Last time I checked, I just got depressed. I started playing like Morrissey in the background. I was just like crying in my I
Uh,
was just crying in the corner. Sad.
I'll look later because I'm gonna be thinking, when I'm editing things, I'll be like, I wonder if I can find, text me your shoe size later because I may or may
11
not
and a
go
half.
into a deep 11 and a half. Okay.
Yeah. If it's
I will,
12 or 11, I don't care either. If it's 10, no, I'm kidding. But if it's comparable, I'll still wear it. I love that shoe. So good.
I'll see if I can find any pairs on like eBay or anything. I
I don't
am
think they're
like the
out there.
shoe
They're
whisperer.
scooped. All the trail runners got them. They're scooped up. Some
Yeah.
guy's using them. He's probably going to wear it at Burning River and laugh at me.
Now, what shoe are you wearing currently?
So I'm a reviewer at Believe in the Run. I've been wearing a lot of
Oh, are
Scott
you?
recently. Yeah, I've been wearing a lot of
I
Scott
didn't know
recently.
that.
Yeah, yeah, they're I'm lucky. They're amazing. Yeah, I run. So I run a lot, and basically, they know I'm going to run it, so I'm going to be running a
Yeah,
lot. So I'll always be like, willing to test out shoes. Not, I'll pretty much wear anything also. So like, you
that's
know,
so
um,
funny.
yeah, I mean, like I do a lot of demos too. I used to work and run specialty, and
Hmm.
yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with shoes. So my
Same.
main critique is shoes that like it just needs to fit me properly. Like if I get blisters and stuff like that, or if it's just too narrow, or just like slide around, I'm pretty harsh on like just like the fit of the shoe mainly. Like cushioning and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Or like lugs like not being like deep enough or
deep
whatever.
enough.
Like I can get past
Yeah,
some stuff, but just yeah, if the shoe
the
doesn't
fit
fit
of the
right.
shoe.
Mm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you did that. I actually just went to their like Adidas Boston thing that they did.
They're
Uh,
amazing. Like I wish I could go to more of their demos and stuff like that or their group runs, but they're in Baltimore. Well,
yeah.
they do stuff all over, but I'm in rural Virginia, so like it's
Ugh.
some yeah, I've been to some of their stuff, but it's kind of tricky to get out there because again,
Yeah.
I'm a dance dad and that's
Gotta,
just the way of the road, just the way of the road.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, if you talk to Robbie, tell Robbie I say hi. Robbie and
Awesome
I've been
dude.
working together on stuff, so he's a good
Yeah,
dude.
I love that guy. Yeah, he helped me out. Yeah.
Good dude. But okay, so John, it's been lovely to have you. Let's just let people know again where they can find you if they would like to hit you up because they want to pace you.
Breezy Trailhead on Instagram. Also, I use TikTok. I'm Breezy Trailhead on there. I've got a website. I never really update it anymore. I do too much stuff to keep it updated. Again, I'm a dance dad. I'm on Facebook, but I don't like Facebook anymore. That's kind of wild. Yeah, that's starting to become like X and stuff like that. I don't really mess with
Yeah,
Facebook too much other than to like just mess
your
around and
fun
do
family
stuff.
members.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not in there much, but yeah, if you want me, talk to me, Instagram, please face me. I need your help. I've got hip problems. I'm gonna need some help out there. Please
Just
help me.
moral support.
Just help a guy out. Come on.
Come on. Well, hopefully someone will respond to this. I'm excited
If
to
not, it's
put a
okay.
Joseph.
There's a lot of great people out there in Ohio that will help me out, or like they'll give me moral support out there as I'm crying down the trail. Yeah, it'll be all right. Everything will be all right.
That's be fine. It's all right.
Everything's
Um,
fine.
Everything is okay. Well, thank you, John, for coming on. Friends, if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can hit me up at runnapod@gmail.com or you can hit us up at runnapod on Instagram. And that's going to be the end of the episode. So that was great, John. Thank you for listening to this episode of Runna. This podcast is edited, hosted, and produced by me, Juliana Coughlin. Brought to you in part by the Falmouth Running Club and the Falmouth Community TV station. If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on Instagram and on TikTok at Runnapod. And you can send us an email at runnapod@gmail.com. And our original theme music was brought to you by the one and the only wonderful Jeffrey Hutton. And keep up the great work. I'm proud of you.